Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some different strategies you might have for making some profit or ways to get into the brainlet finance space. Just some different strategies to consider when starting off here. If you've watched my other videos, you saw how to start your mint, how to start producing brain tokens. And then in the other one, you saw how to burn tokens. So today I'm just going to talk about different options that you can do to make some money or to take some profit from this. Again, this is a meme coin. This is not financial advice. Do whatever the heck you want. So, not a financial advisor. Okay. So, first strategy, easiest, simplest way to do it. You buy some Arbiflex tokens and you lock them in. That's what I covered in my other one, where you simply just buy some Arbiflex from Sushi Swap or Solid Lizard or wherever you're going to get it from, and then you come back here, you click this button, and then you lock it in. Let it go, and then once you are, if you bought 1,000 Arbiflux, whatever it is, and then after 1 month of 1,000 Arbiflux, this much. You'd have this much, just under 67,000 brain, but you would have, depending on the price at that point. Right now, you'd have $664 in profit because right now the APY is is high. Not gonna lie, it's high. So take your profits when you can do it. So that's the easiest strategy: lock, mint, sell. Keep doing it because the wonderful thing about the Arbitrum Network is gas fees are nice and cheap, and it's nice and fast. So, okay, so that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is uh, you want to buy a set amount and you want to burn, but you don't want to burn. Um, you want to burn enough to have what's called a break even amount. So, say you want to burn, you know, uh, 2 million tokens, roughly 2 million tokens, and you want to wait until you get at least 2 million tokens back. Now, there's two different ways of thinking about this because one is you can either burn 2 million tokens and then get 2 million tokens back. Or if you look here right now, if you don't burn any, you're going to get just under 700,000 brain tokens. And if you burned 2 million, you want to at least get back 2,700,000 brain tokens back. So and that requires waiting longer duration because if you only waited you know, 10 days and you burn 2 million tokens, well, you're not going to accumulate enough time for getting that much brain back. So here, by waiting the full month right now, if you burn 2 million brain tokens, you will get back. Looks like you're getting back about double that. So nice. It's wonderful. So that's kind of the break even point is what I'm talking about. So that is another strategy, and then that way the amount of money you're burning, you're getting back right away. So it's not like you are losing value. If you do it quick, you're good to go. You're not going to lose anything. And again, anything you burn is tied to your address. So if you burn 2 million tokens today, you unlock your Arbiflux, you come back in a year from now, relock some Arbiflux tokens, you will still have 2 million brain burned to your account. It doesn't mean you're still going to have the same multiplier, but it does mean that 2 million brain that were burned will still count towards however much you locked in. Again, because it all depends on the burn ratio. This will keep going up as others burn brain. Okay. Anyways, not to get sidetracked there. Um, the last, or not the last, but one of the best things, ways to come into this space, because it all depends on how much money you have to put into the system to begin with. Um, Some people, only want to put a little bit in. They don't want to put $1,000 in, and then have to wait a month to recoup, 60% of it. Even though that's a really nice APY. Um, say you have $100 to spend within this system. Okay, so if you have $100, let's just say, okay, so 90, you have enough to buy $100 or 100 Arbor Flux worth of tokens, $94.59. So if you bought 100 Arbor Flux tokens and you waited an entire month, that's what I got in here, to gain the entire 3x burn multiplier, or excuse me, hodl multiplier. This is this is what you achieve for keeping the Arbor Flux locked in for 28 days. Once you, or if you have 100 Arbor Flux locked in, you achieve the 3x multiplier after the month. You will get, just under 6,700 brain tokens. Okay, so 6652 currently, but you're spending $100 in order to do this. And if that's all you wanted to put into it, that's great, and that's all you got to do. Now, another option is to just buy one token. Okay, 95 cents. 95 cents gets you one Arbor Flux token, and after a month, you will have this much brain accumulated. However, if you now 100 exit, which would be the exact same as if you would just put in 100 Arbor Flux, if you burn enough brain tokens, okay, boom, to get that, see this, you're still gonna get that amount, that's 6 million brain tokens here, but you're gonna only be spending $39.24. So before you spent $100. Okay, I'll show you this again. So no multiplier, you don't burn anything, and you've got 100 tokens. So you got 6,700 or 6.7 million, excuse me, brain tokens. So $66.52, and you put in almost $95 into the system, into the brain ecosystem. Instead, you only buy one, and you buy enough, and you burn it all to reach your 100x multiplier. It's only going to cost you $40. So a 60% savings, and you will come out with the same amount. Okay, $40 compared to $100. Now, if you do it like this, you'll buy, you burn, and you could say you only, again, now, correction, you'll want to wait the entire 28 days. uh, I suggest doing that just because then you get the 3x multiplier on the entire amount. Otherwise, as soon as you lock in, it's going to be like this. So after so long, so I'll show you here, June the 4th. So you get a week into it, it'll probably be like around this much. So in a week, you might get um, $6 back out of your $40 investment. But as time goes on, this will keep going up over time. So that's why I say you should wait for the full 28 days to achieve this entire 3x multiplier. Oh, right there we go. So now, if you did this, if you say again you had $100 to spend in here, you could actually increase the amount that you wanted to do. If you had, I mean, you could even do, well, yeah, even was it 20? Yeah, two Arbor Flux if you wanted, or two and a half, or yeah, here's two and a half, which is basically $100 here. So if you put in two and a half Arbor Flux and you maxed its bonus, which is still basically $100, okay, $100 total, you'd end up after a month, you would have almost $161 compared to if you put $100 all into the Arbiflux tokens, without burning anything, you would only have $66. So this is where the whole burning comes into a huge bonus for what you can get. This is why people are burning. They're choosing to buy and burn and reduce the supply of brain tokens so they become more efficient in their brain minting. Okay, big brain moves right here, folks. Big brain moves. Now, again, the one thing about burning tokens, one thing about burning brain tokens, as other people burn tokens, it will over time reduce your burn multiplier. We call this a burn decay. The burn decay will become less and less over time, which means initially, right now, because the ecosystem is growing, this burn multiplier, if somebody else burns a huge chunk, your burn multiplier in a day might go, bleh, you're losing 20, 30%, whatever it is. As time goes on, and this burn ratio number here, as more and more brain tokens per one Arbiflux that's locked in increases. So, say this is at 39 million instead of 39,000. So, 1,000 times this much. And somebody burns the same amount that they did before, it will only decrease you a whole lot less by having your 100x multiplier. So this burn decay, as we call it, will go slower and slower and slower over time. And as more and more people continue to burn, yours will go slower, but it'll just keep going down little at a time until you burn higher again. So, so again, if you're coming into the space, this right here is probably you say you had $100 to put into the ecosystem. This is by far the best bang for your buck. Um, Now, it in this case, it will not allow you. Okay, it will not allow you to then be able to put more into it. Say, if you wanted to increase this, if you wanted to increase this afterwards, say you minted this $160 and then you wanted to put it back into it, you would want to basically double this. So you would need to burn. Um, so you go up to five here. So you burned $100 here. Now you have to burn $200. So you're going to stick that back into it, and you're basically because if you double your amount of Arbiflux here, you have to double the amount burned to maintain your 100x burn multiplier. Okay, if you did two and a half Arbiflux here, which you need almost 10 million, but then you went up to five, so now you need 20 million. Again, this will be reduced to 50% just because of the amount of brain that you've burned. So again, if you're going to double one and you want to keep your 10x or 100x bonus, you're going to have to double the amount burned as well. So just keep that in mind. But this is a good strategy of also doubling or increasing your amount locked in and also having a burn because, like I said, if you did two and a half after a month, you're going to get $160 back after you put in $100. You could wait another month. Okay, then you have $320. You pocket the $100. You could put $200 into the system if you wanted to. Go seven and a half Arbiflux, and then every month you're making this much. Now again, this value is going to change because it's all based on the price per brain. As more people burn, take supply out, then price goes up. As more people mint and they sell to the markets, price goes down. So all right, just something to think about. There's a couple other things as far as providing liquidity and stuff like that. Adding to the pools, but I'll make a separate video for that. So, if you like the video, throw a little like on there. Join us in our Telegram group, Brainlet.Finance, and ask questions and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.